Hello, everyone. Welcome back for some more Tsukihime. Well, we've finished with Tsukihime in basically all of its forms. We've played the game, we've read the manga, we watched the cutscenes of the original video game. That's all we watched. Anyways, it's time for us to continue on with the first sort of post-release Tsukihime thing, which is called the Plus+Disk. Now, from what I've been told, the Plus+Disk is very short. It should only take maybe like 3 parts maximum. That said, the people that told me that weren't actually playing it themselves, so like they weren't reading it out loud. There's a big difference between just like reading it to yourself and then speaking it out loud. So, we're going to be hopping into this and seeing what it is. All I know is that the logo is NECOARC, which that's a good sign. That's a good sign. So, other than that, I know nothing about the Plus+Disk. So, with that said, let us begin. Type Moon. This was done by Mere Moon, the translation here. And here we are. Tsukihime Plus+Disk. So we have Alliance of Illusionary Eyes, Illusionary rather, Getcha, Getcha 2, Kinoko's Masterpiece Experimental Theater, and Wallpaper. I think we can just start with the wallpaper, huh? Sure hope nothing here is inappropriate. That's nice. Ooh, I like that. The hair's a bit gone, like from Hunter x Hunter, but I like it. Oh. Oh, this has the same thing as, this is the same thing as Stay Night, where you can actually set it as your wallpaper, or Hollow Ataraxia. I like that. That's nice, too. Oh, it's with the cat. The cat, huh? I really like that arc. Oh, who is that? Who is that? Who's that little scrumbomblo? Okay, maybe if there's new characters, we shouldn't be looking at these. Okay, in that case, we won't. Because, okay, I have no idea who that is. Let's start with the Alliance of Illusionary Eyes. This side story contains materials related to the main storyline of Tsukihime. Please take a breather and read this story after reaching one of the endings in Tsukihime. Well, we've reached them all. Oh, back to the classics noise. With a slashing sound, Shiki-san's knife goes through his opponent's dominant arm. It's over. With that, he just falls to the ground. Shiki-san lets out a sigh of relief. Oh. The killer, lies motionless on the ground. But he's not dead. I can tell he's only unconscious. I couldn't tell since it was so far away, but it seems Shiki-san tackled the killer at the same time he cut the killer's arm. I'm surprised at how similar this is to events in comic books. Huh? But something strange. The killer's arm lying on the ground is without a scratch. It's not even bleeding. Yet, the killer is unconscious. I'm surprised all the more. Akari-chan? Sorry, Akira-chan. Who's Akira-chan? Putting away his knife, Shiki-san puts his hand out to me as I'm on the ground. Oh, yes, excuse me. I take his hand and stand up. Still shocked from what just happened, my legs are a little weak. I can't stand up straight, so I grab onto Shiki-san's arm. Man, this is so embarrassing. I can't speak clearly right now, so I shake my head. I want to say I'm alright. I don't want to see the man on the ground. I'm confused since I've never hugged a man before. Anyway, everything in my head is pure chaos. Yeah, shall we go somewhere else? He must have guessed what I wanted to say, as he starts to walk with my hand in his. Oh my god. When he reaches the school gate, he turns around. That must have been terrible for you. He smiles as if it was nothing at all. Oh. At that instant, the deep chills running through me disappear, and I suddenly feel like crying. It's because Shiki-san is acting so calm. He's amazing. All he said were those words, but they made me feel like everything that happened was just a dream. Makes me feel so stupid for trembling in fear earlier. So who the heck are we? So we end up going to eat together. When I first got treated, was treated to a good strawberry pie. I imagine it'll be something not quite as good this time, but I guess it can't be helped. It all started 3 days ago. I got to know Tonoshiki-san because Seo Akira, was greeted by a stranger. Wait, Seo Akira. Short story, Alliance of Illusionary Eyes. First day. I'm not going to Google anything till the game tells me, but that sounds remarkably similar to Seo. It was another Seo in... It was another Seo that was in Garden of Sinners, right? It wasn't Seo Akira, it was Seo something else. Now, I'm not sure if that's first name or last name, because when they do translations for stuff, sometimes they switch it around. So I don't know which is the family name and which is the given name, but that's interesting. I'm gonna hold out. I'm gonna hold out for a sec. The town slowly changes as we draw closer to the end of December. It doesn't change the fact that it's loud here, but it gets much more gorgeous, and at the same time shows the gloominess that everything is drawing to the end. The town after the 25th of December is full of contradiction, rowdy, yet lonely. Christmas has ended and we wait for the new year. 5 days of relaxation before both an end and a beginning. I was walking around with nothing to do. I came to this town, which is a station away from the town I live in, because I wanted to be alone. It all started a few days ago. My eyes were special to begin with, but I saw something especially strange about a month ago. Now hold the frickin' phone. Isn't this exactly how that one Garden of Sinners novel started? Huh. It was an outrageous, completely unrealistic spectacle. There, with a knife in my hand, I was dismantling things that looked like people. I don't know what meaning that vision had, but since then I haven't been able to laugh naturally. I only go along with everyone else. I laugh even when I don't want to. It's simple. I just can't laugh naturally anymore. Jeez. I should already be used to strange things. But that vision changed something. I guess you can say it was dramatic how much the world changed for me in the past few days. I certainly don't hear good rumors about the Tono Mansion, but I walked through the town while I murmured to myself. I never had a purpose in the first place. I was only walking aimlessly through town to calm my mind. You shouldn't commit murder. That's something to just hear. Then, I hear someone behind me yell something terrible. What? Many people, including me, turn around. There's a girl who looks like a middle schooler standing there with her shoulders shaking. I don't know who you are, but you shouldn't do such a thing. It seems the girl's yelling at everyone that's walking by. Hey, what's that about? What, you know her? It's the end of the year. A lot of weird people pop up around this time. Oh, you know, just that time of the year when the weird people come out. That's a thing. I've literally never heard anyone bring that up as a thing. The people just stare coldly at her and keep walking. Oh, hold on. You really shouldn't do it, okay? The girl keeps shouting while standing amidst the waves of people. She must not mind looking weird as she continues to yell all those strange things. I guess this is some sort of fate. Come on, you had other words you could have used. Come on, you knew. I work out what I'll say to her as I walk towards her. Okay, you're not who I thought you were going to be. At all. I fully expected you to be a different character. Okay. I call out to the girl and bring her to a less crowded place. The girl's looking up at me uneasily. She has short black hair. For a brief moment, she even looks like a boy. She wears plain, simple clothes and a pretty scarf is wrapped around her neck. Probably because the scarf is fox-colored, but I get the impression that she looks like a small fox. Okay, I could see that. If I had to denominate an animal, sure. Well, let me correct myself. I said she must not mind looking weird, but it doesn't seem to be the case. Her face is apple red and her body is still shaking from nervousness. She has timid, hesitant eyes, and her petite frame is reminiscent of a small animal. I can't even imagine that she has the guts to start shouting in the middle of town. You're saying that line again. Are you the one who's going to commit murder? Her question is full of depth. I have to say I'm interested now. I decide to go somewhere else to hear her out. My school doesn't allow me to go to places like this. She looks around while speaking hesitantly. She really does seem like a small fox. Since your guardian is with you, don't worry about it. Don't just stand there, have a seat. Gives me a reserved response and sits down. The strawberry pie here is really great. But you know, it's embarrassing for a guy to order a pie for himself, right? Hey, this is almost shot for shot. Oh my god, did he just reuse the script from Garden of Sinners for this? No way. No way, right? Huh. I was always thinking about coming here with a girl and having some pie. I just keep talking to the silent girl. I'm not expecting any reply. I'm just talking because I want to. I'll pay the bill. You have something you want to eat? Go right ahead and order it. Man, you're not allowed to go into a cafe? Or you go to school? The girl only hangs her head and looks at me uneasily. Sheesh. Getting her talk is like pulling teeth. Well, you won't mind having the same thing as me? I like tea, so I shouldn't order something that won't fit your taste. Flagged down the waitress and ordered 2 huge strawberry pies, 2 lemon teas, and a specialty torte that caught my eye when I walked in the store, and a raspberry cheesecake. Breaking the bank! Then, she stops hiding her face with the menu and looks at me. She looks like she wants something. I see. It's not something to boast about, but I'm not good at reading silent requests. Oh, hold on. Can you make that 2 cheesecakes? The waitress says it's fine and goes back. Oh, you like the cheesecake? Yes, I like raspberries. You said it pretty clearly. Well, time to get myself together and get to the main topic. Let me ask you, what was that all about earlier? You don't look like you'd do something like that even as a prank. You're right. I'm not good at joking. I thought so. It wasn't a funny joke. It's not? No, it's not a pleasant topic. And first of all, your eyes look too serious. I don't know why, but you were serious. If anybody could point at you and laugh, that'd be a bad joke too. She stares at me. Seems she's trying to figure out if I'm to be trusted or not. The silence continues. After the strawberry pie arrives, I cut it in half and eat a piece. The crispy crust and the gentle strawberry sweetness. It's sure good as advertised. What? I stop my fork and look back up at her. I can actually... Yeah, I know. You want to say you can see the future, right? Huh? She gasps. Well, I only said what popped in my mind, but I guess I was right. Are we gonna get even the pie trick? Well, can you at least tell me your name? Okay, so I was gonna say, there came to a point where I'm like, did we switch to Shiki? And I wanted to be sure, and I was like, okay, yeah, we did switch to Shiki, and this was the girl who had the perspective of earlier. So basically, we're literally copying the... Well, not copy... Like, Okay, wait. I need to check. Okay, so... Tsukihime Plus+Disk. This came out in... This was 300 yen only. That's kind of cool, actually. January 2001. Okay. And Garden of Sinners novel release dates. Because this was the second last one, if I'm correct. Future Gospel. Okay, that's the film. But, okay, when did the novel itself come out? Right? Okay, that's because we're on the... right, because it was a web... It was a web novel, right? Okay. Frick, I don't even have the actual date. It doesn't actually say. Light novels. Okay, well, the original run was till 1999. Okay, so yeah, okay, so Garden of Sinners, Future Gospel did come first. Okay. I'm a little shocked that he's repeating this, but then again, I guess that's all Tsukihime is. It's just Garden of Sinners like remake, kind of. It's like it's like a spiritual sequel, but at the same time a real sequel. It's kind of cool. Anyways. Oh yes, my name is Seo Akira. Yeah, because then the girl who was in that, Kara no Kyokai Seo, was, yeah, Seo Shizune. Yeah. Right. Okay. She must be really shocked that I guessed correctly. The girl, Seo, Akira. Is it, I'm going to say Akira or Akira because I grew up with the dubs of both, and also I'm realizing that she's like full screen on this side there. I'm going to fix that. Whoop. Sorry, what the heck? Did that skip? Wait, whoa, whoa, whoa. Nope. Okay, whoa. Okay. The things are happening. I went to go and actually, so I'm like, oh, I'm noticing the guy in the background there is like kind of off. So was I going to move him? Oh, I guess they're not normally off to the side, so that should be fine. But, okay, did we switch perspectives? Is this Shiki? No. No. Man looks too cool. You want to say you can see the future, right? The man I met for the first time. Oh my god, Shiki! You're Sprite Dude! Oh, okay, there we go. I just need to make a few adjustments. Been a long time since I've recorded in this format, so I need to get things back to the way they should be. Anyways, I cannot believe that that's how Shiki looks. He looks way, way too competent. Like, way too much. That said, he does have a bit of the school shooter vibes, which... That's fair, that's fair. Anyways, the man I met for the first time, I guess his name is Tonoshiki, said that as if it was the most natural thing in the world. How did you know? I timidly look at Tono-san. Tono-san makes a friendly face, just because. I'm used to things like that. His voice is very kind. I don't know if I should put it this way, but my first impression of him is like that he's like a cute puppy. Things like that? Yeah, but well, I guess it's the first time someone asked me if I'm going to commit murder. That really surprised me. He laughs. Is it because of his glasses with black rims? He's like a small boy when he laughs, and it calms me down. Oh, that suddenly embarrasses me. He didn't come to talk to me because he was interested in me, nor was he trying to pick me up. Were you surprised? He shows no malice as he nods. I'm sorry, I didn't know who it was, so I thought you might be the one, Tono-san. Huh? Something bugs me as I say Tono-san. I wonder what it is. You don't have to apologize, but I invited you here because I wanted to know what made you say that. Can I call you Akira-chan? I nod quietly. I feel a little happy, but also a little embarrassed. It's the first time that a man other than my dad called me that. I'll go right to the point since we don't have much time. Please don't laugh. It'll let me finish the story faster. Okay. Being concise is good. Okay. As you said, there are times when I can see people's future, or more like an event that will happen soon. It only happens once in a while, but I'll get really dizzy and can't even open my eyes, and then a vision enters my head, but I won't be able to recall it, so I just end up knowing it. It means you can't replay in your mind what you saw, but you know all the details, huh? I don't know since I'm no expert, but is it because the future isn't determined as the past? The information as individual parts are all there, but it must mean that the whole picture is yet to be determined. Tono-san drinks the tea while he thinks to himself with a difficult expression on his face. Huh? What kind of a person is he? That's not a normal reaction. Normally people would laugh. This is too weird. Looking at me kindly is just too weird. You believe me? Nobody would make up a lie like that, right? It's too risky to lie about being able to see the future. What a direct answer. I see. Now that you mention it, you're right. Nobody would lie about that. Tono-san nods in agreement. I guess it's meaningless to be suspicious of him. So, what do you do when something like this happens? Seeing the future is much more useful than seeing the past. Has anything good come of it? The weird Tono-san asks me a weird question. What? What I'm asking is this. Let's say you see a future where your friend's gonna get hurt. Would you try to help that friend? Yes. I was able to do so several times before. They usually say I'm just butting in, but the future result can be changed with hard work. Tono-san looks surprised, but it seems he understands. Yeah. You're a good girl, Akira-chan. My heart jumps. Tono-san's smile is kind, but it actually looks really... But, I see. Seeing the future sure is useful. I thought the future couldn't be changed no matter what. It's like the cat in the box. Oh my god. Schrodinger's cat. If you determine that it's dead, the cat has to die. You're right. I thought so at first. But I grew to realize that it's different. I think I'm not seeing the person's future, but I might be seeing their past. After tilting his head in wonder, Tono-san nods in comprehension. Oh, you must be smart, right? I bet you're good at science. That's not true. I'm not good at memorizing. Really? Well, that's strange. That must mean you're using your capacity on something else. The background of people, well, I guess you could call it their history or memory. But seeing that means you're seeing the past, right? It's the same in your case, but you take it a step further. You calculate from the past that you read and literally predict the future. That's why you can change the future you see, unlike normal futures others see. That's amazing. You're different from a failure like me. Oh, yes, I think that's probably true. After I say that, I realize that I'm watching Tono-san absent-mindedly. It is surprising after all. The person just guessed what I haven't been able to figure out for a year. That's why you shut in those things back then. But that was too thoughtless. Tono-san stabs the cheesecake with his fork and takes the whole piece to his mouth. You saw someone's future while you were walking in that crowd. The future you saw went against human morals, and it wasn't something you could ignore. But there were too many people, so you couldn't figure out whose future it was you saw. You called out in spite of your embarrassment, but none of the cold-hearted people listened to you. That's your story, right? That's right, but you're wrong. You listened to me. Well, I don't count since I'm a curious guy. But I want to talk to the person who you saw the future of. Either way, I bet that person won't let you be. His expression changes from kind to scary. Actually, it didn't, but okay, we'll go with that. What do you mean by either way? I mean, even if the person has committed it or has yet to commit it. So the only thing is, like, I'm thinking about the rest of the future gospel, and, like, they literally can't do it all. Right? Right? My heart jumps again. Tono-san knows. He knows what I saw and what it will bring upon me. Right? You said you shouldn't commit murder. It's not worth listening to for a normal person, but it's something you can ignore for someone who has or is about to... It's not something you can ignore for someone who has or is about to do such a thing. If that person was about to do such a thing, I'm sure that person would be after you right now. I quickly look around the cafe. Wait, I wouldn't be able to figure out if someone followed me here. I think it's bad even if the person has yet to kill someone. The performance by you is not something that is easily forgettable. I don't think you need to worry, but we have to keep in mind what kind of person this is, right? There's a possibility the person will remember you after killing somebody and then come searching for you. His voice is now cold. I'm sure he's mad at my thoughtlessness. You weren't thinking about that? I did think about it. But what I saw was so ugly that... You're more concerned about the people that might get killed instead of yourself, huh? Jeez, that kind of thing is my weak spot. Tono-san looks up at the ceiling. Tono-san. I'm shaking from hearing the word killed coming from Tono-san's mouth. Oh boy, get used to that, though. You get to know him, that's one of his favorite words. I'm a coward. A vision of death is a rather common thing to be seeing in people's future. I guess it can't be helped. I want to help you. I won't be a bother, right? Huh? Help me? Don't act dumb. You're gonna go search for this killer by yourself, right? He's amazing. The person looks calm, but he's actually really scary. I was totally wrong to call him a cute dog. I bet he's a wolf when he takes off his glasses. Or a racist. Or someone who plays on Wi-Fi. I'd love that, but that's impossible. It's impossible for normal people to look for something they don't even know the face of. I'm not a normal person. Let's just say, when I go to Little Caesars, I have to get the normal bread. They're not as special as yours, but I also have special eyes. My brand. And since they're weak, I can control their ability. I think they're suitable for searching for people. No way, you can see the future as well? Hey now, I just told you people don't lie about things like that. Well, my eyes aren't that concrete as yours. Tono-san taps his glasses with his finger. I see. That must be why he listened to me and believed what I said. If that's the case, he's certainly reliable and might be able to find this someone. When I see the future, it's usually one day into the future. I've already given up somewhat, but if Tono-san helps me, I might be able to change the future. And it's decided. I have a request. Will you call me Shiki-san? I told you my name, so please call me by my first name. Okay. If you say so, Shiki-san. When I say Shiki-san, I finally realize what's been bugging me. Could you be the older brother of Tono-senpai? Oh my god. This... Okay. Wow. You're from her school. Huh? He looks really surprised as he slumps his shoulders. Hold on. Tono-senpai? Shiki-san watches me in bewilderment. And are you a student at the Asagami Academy? Again, Asagami. Like, yeah. Yes, I'm in my second year of middle school. Tono-senpai has helped me out on a lot of things. Well, but Tono Akiha is in high school. You're in middle school, right? Yes, but the middle school and the high school at our school aren't that separated. Tono-senpai and I are both in the student council, so we always see each other at meetings. Shiki-san covers his face with his hands. He stays quiet for a while. Yes? Can you please keep this a secret from Akiha? That I talk to you like this? I don't know what she'll do to me if she finds out I picked up a girl in town. Shiki-san sounds really troubled. I'm fine with that, but do you find Tono-senpai so hard to deal with? The question that just popped in my head kind of slipped out. Well, not really. Is that a double negative? Shiki-san gives a vague answer. Oh, would you like this tort? You like raspberry, right? He hands me the plate as if bribing me. Oh, smart man. So, what was this future that you saw? Huh? That's... Oh, you can keep eating. I like how you eat. It's a weird thing to say, my dude. Without reserve. You just shovel that stuff in. Like a backhoe. Ugh. I'm not that vulgar. Yeah, you're right. I don't know how to respond to that. I wipe my mouth with a napkin and stare into his eyes. What I saw were bits and pieces. I saw a few people in pools of blood, and someone with a scary face who was holding a knife. It was dark, so there was nothing to help me identify the locations, but I only saw one person at a time, so I don't think they get killed in the same place. One person at a time, huh? How many were there in total? There were 3. The first is a girl about my age. She's tanned with dyed hair that's about this long. Shiki-san silently asks me to continue. The second person is in his 30s. I think he's a bit shorter than you. He's chubby and has a kind-looking face. He's wearing distinctive clothing. Yellow overalls. See, I was gonna say, oh my god, it's Wario, but Wario does not wear yellow overalls. He wears a yellow shirt with purple overalls. Oh, that's distinctive. The only 2 places around here that have yellow overalls is their work uniform. Oh, I didn't even think about it as a work uniform. Shiki-san answers, then continues to ask for more information about this man. He asks me his features, my impression of him, and even how he was killed. I see. I don't think I have enough clues, but it'll be worthwhile to go look for him. Huh? You're gonna go look for the second victim? Yeah, it's more practical to search for someone that's gonna get attacked, rather than this killer we know nothing about. That's true, but... Alright, tell me what the third person looked like. You should tell me while the memory's vivid. Despite what Shiki-san says, my memory won't fade, no matter how much time passes. As I can only remember it in words, the information isn't going to fade. Well, I don't know if that's the reason or not, but I don't find visuals too interesting. In my case, I fall for sounds. My heart even jumps if a salesman over the phone has a good voice. Well, back to the main subject. The third person is a woman, but she doesn't have many special features. I only know that she had long hair. Well, that's troubling. I can't search for her in that case. Shiki-san ponders with a difficult expression. Well, I guess it does no good to think too much. So how was this person killed? The same as before. Her limbs were cut off. In this case, she was missing both her hands. The first person is only in a pool of blood. The second person is missing an arm and a leg, and the third is missing both her hands, huh? The guy must be carrying a dangerous weapon. It'd be hard to cut apart a human unless he has a saw or something. He can't just be a random killer. The killer has to slowly dismantle the body in a place where people can't see. Shiki-san murmurs something dangerous and entirely unsuited for his kind-looking face. I'll wait till you get to know his kind-looking brain. Who's this guy you saw last? You said he had a knife, but he's not dead? No, he was just holding a knife. But he seemed scary. He's like the killer you'd see in a movie. Wow, wonder who he may be. So, what does he look like? I looked down after looking at him. I can't say it. I think the guy with the knife looked like Shiki-san. But the guy with the knife didn't have his glasses on. I'm sure he's younger than Shiki-san. Oh boy, we know who that is. I don't remember very well, but I think he may be the killer. What? The killer saw himself in the mirror after he killed those people? I can't see ordinary things like that. I only see unusual things in all the people involved. I'm not an involved person, but just an observer. I see. That's good. Oh wait, no it's not? You don't remember what he looked like, right? I shake my head. Shiki-san sighs with relief. I guess we have to just keep searching. I'm gonna go search for the second person now. You should, I think you shouldn't do anything. This is a guy that's going to be a killer. He might be already following you and watching you. I look around once again. Even so, there's no way he can identify the killer. It's dangerous for a girl to walk alone. Let me handle the search, and you can just think about the future you saw. But isn't it dangerous for you as well? It's not. Well, it'll be simple if the killer is following us and thinks that I'm on your side. I'm pretty confident in my skills, so you don't have to worry. Shiki-san stands up. I'll contact you tomorrow if things go well. Can you tell me your number? Well, I'm on Hold the phone. Did Shiki get a cell phone in between Tsukihime and the Plus+Disk? Buddy, you could have trivialized half the plot if you had a dang smartphone. Oh my, well, I guess at this time it'd be flip phone, but I'm on vacation right now. Shiki-san looks surprised. There's this thing I want to go to at the end of the year, but they're reconstructing the dorm this year. Everyone's going back to their families, but my house is far away. So I'm staying here by myself until I'm done with that business. Staying here? And you're staying at your friend's house or something? No, I'm staying at a hotel near here. I guess something happened there 2 months ago, but it's really cheap. Getting that crocodile massacre discount. I planned this since I knew. Okay, whoa, wait. That confirms that this is only about 2 months after Tsukihime. So in the 2 months after he got a phone, I planned this since I knew I could stay here for a week at that price. Hotel? Oh, that hotel. Shiki-san grows pale, then shakes his head. I'm staying in room 2 on the 11th floor, so I think you can just call the hotel. I see. Alright, I'll contact you if I find out anything. I'll take the bill, so you can stay here as long as you want. Shiki-san waves goodbye and leaves. He sure is strange. I watch him through the window. Then, it suddenly hits me. Wow. A new record if I got it once a month, but twice a day? Am I using my talent in the wrong places? A dark night, beside an empty building, a big wall on one side. I think it's a gym at a school. The two are confronting each other. One is Shiki-san and the other is the boy with the knife. Okay, wait, what? How? What? After talking for a bit, they attack each other and... Who could this boy with the knife be then? No way. Shiki-san got stabbed. I'm astonished at my words, but it's certainly the future. Shiki-san! I run out after Shiki-san, but I can't find him anywhere. No matter how hard I look, he's nowhere in sight, so I go back to the hotel, not knowing what to do. Oh yeah, I can call Senpai. A simple solution hits me when I get back. Senpai's phone number is... Find her phone number in the address book. Remember address books? Those things don't exist anymore. I can firmly say every single time I've went to look up someone's phone number in the address book, they're not there. Or there's so many featuring that last name, I can't tell who it is. Most of the students in middle school know her phone number, but I bet nobody's ever called her. They say only her roommates Soka and Hanai are the ones that can talk to her freely. She has friends? This is new to me. I don't think there's another person that's as trusted yet feared as her. Other people in high school say we've got it good since we can trust her, but don't have to face her. I start to think it might be too much for me to call her. But Shiki-san's life is on the line, so I can't be scared. Oh yeah, I got acquainted with the brother of the famous Tono-senpai. How lucky of me. I'll brag to everyone once the new quarter starts. This is the Tono household. May I ask who's calling? Hey, I guess I unconsciously dialed the number. A sudden revelation caused my voice to stop working properly. This is the Tono household. Please calm down. I hear a soft voice over the phone. Oh, yes, I'm calm. I take a deep breath. I'm sorry to call so late. I'm Seo Akira. Is Tono-senpai there? Yes, please hold on a moment. After a polite reply and a brief silence. Yes, this is Tono. I hear the familiar voice that I can never get accustomed to. Good evening, senpai. I hate how nervous I get so easily. There's only silence. Man, I bet senpai's just as astonished. Seo? Oh, yes, it's me, senpai. I see. It's really surprising for you to call me. Senpai sounds like she's having fun. I bet there's something behind her words. Senpai has this bad habit of teasing someone weak, so I'm often teased in the meetings. I guess it looks to others like she's taking care of me, but it sends a chill up my spine when she smiles at me. So what's your business? I believe it's too early for a New Year's greeting. No, is Shiki-san home yet? Crack. It almost sounds like she crushed the phone receiver. I could literally hear that. Seo, what do you mean by Shiki-san? I'm home. I hear a man's voice behind Tono-senpai. Oh, Shiki-san's home. I made it. Senpai, can I talk to Shiki-san real quick? I have something I need to tell him. I ask frantically. After a sigh, she apparently hands the phone to Shiki-san. Hello? My heart jumps at the voice. Maybe it has a different tone over the phone, or maybe I was too intent on watching his face earlier. But, well, I think it has a good voice. Well, thank you. Thank you, I'll take that compliment. I fall for sounds, and Shiki-san's voice is like a 100-mile-per-hour fastball. This is Seo. Crap, my heart's beating fast. I forgot to tell you one thing. Please don't walk around at night. Especially around the gym, okay? Alright, but by gym, do you mean the gym at my school? Oh, girl. Ching. Ha. Wow, that was surprising. I crumble to the floor and take another deep breath. But, it's okay now. Shiki-san understood, so I bet that future won't occur. If there's a problem about this phone call, it's not knowing what Tono-senpai will do to me in the student council meeting next year. Man, I'm scared of next year. Dawn of the second day. Okay, whose perspective are we? Man, I feel bad seeing the article in the morning newspaper. Single man found dead and dismantled. The victim is Nakayama Minato, working for Hashido Transportation. Hashido Transportation is the place where all the employees wear bright yellow uniforms. It's a horrible noise. It's not specified in the article, but his arm and leg must be missing if he was found dismantled. Jeez. That's how things end up after I do my best with after parting with the Seo Akira girl. To be on the newspaper already. Or if Akira-chan is reading it. I feel sorry for her if she did. This is such a horrible noise. I feel like I'm going crazy with headphones on. I should break it to her as gently as I can. But that must mean the first one is yet to be found. I guess the second one was killed much more quickly. It's meaningless to think about it. Throw away the morning newspaper I picked up earlier and walk to a payphone. I call the hotel and have them connect me to room 2 on the 11th floor. Okay, this sound is gonna drive me nuts. There's no save. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, Akira-chan, I'm nearby. Can you come out? I can buy you lunch. Thank god it went away. Whew. Seo Akira comes right away. And also considering, yeah, there's no saving. Oh boy, we're gonna need to beat this in one night, huh? Okay, I'm gonna need to take a sip of my coffee. Excuse me as my head retracts into itself. Okay, we're gonna need to get through this. Sayrakura comes right away. She looks like she wasn't able to sleep last night. Good morning, Shiki-san. Charming how she greets me energetically in spite of that. I don't know what's up with the Santa outfit, though. Right? It's a bit weird. It's a bit strange. Let's walk for a bit. I'm the one who invited you, so I'll treat you to something good. Oh, yes, thank you. She must have loved the cake from yesterday as she looks up at me with eyes full of expectation. Well, I'll treat her to a big Japanese meal fitting that expectation. We end our meal and go to the same cafe as yesterday. When we first sat down, Akira-chan said hot pots sure are good on a cold day. She didn't seem to like the idea at first, but it seems like she likes the angler pot. Well, now that I've calmed her down, I should tell her about the news I found out this morning. But it's not good to just come out and tell her that the future she saw came true. I should talk to her a bit more and have her relax. Akira-chan, can I ask you something? Okay. Actually, you don't have to ask me like that every time since you're much older than me. Oh, really? Well, let me ask you, what do you think about your eyes? Don't you find it a nuisance? Akira-chan looks at me in blank amazement. I do find it unpleasant at times, but I never thought of it as a nuisance. This has been a part of me since I was little. I do get depressed when I see bad things, but I can change the future if it's a bad one, right? So I think they have their benefits. I see. You see someone's past as a memory and use it to forecast the future. But that past is only a variable used to calculate the future, so you can't visually see the past unless it's something really recent. That must mean you can take a peek at the future without being affected by the person's past. That's ideal. The future is only a result you get from adding the past and the present. So to see someone else's future, you have to have a thorough knowledge of that person's past and the present. To calculate something as the future, you have to know them as much as you know your own life. But there are inconveniences that come with knowing that much about a person's past or present. Like the privacy of the one who was seen. Like the change in values for the one who saw it. Shiki-san? What do you mean by that? Huh? Oh, you heard me? I was just thinking about what would happen if you could only see the past. Your eyes are conveniently made so you can only see the future. But think how terrible it must be for those who can only see the past. This is an example, but let's say you want to live in a foreign country. But you can't do that if you want to protect your current environment. So let's say you see the past of someone who used to live in a foreign country. I guess it's like mixing up your past with someone else's. The person who saw the past feels like they've actually experienced it, think that it's nothing hard, and have no problem moving to a foreign country. Like leaving your house and your friends behind? Yeah. We shut ourselves up in a set of circumstances, a specific environment to protect those circumstances. Everyone wants to go on an adventure, and anyone could go on an adventure if they wanted to, but we can't, and we don't. We create our own environment. Naturally, it has to be an environment where it's easy for us to live. Live in, rather. Nobody wants to leave that comfortable environment and go on an adventure that's not easy for them. We're like creatures that run in a circular racetrack, feeding off such things as dreams, freedom, and romance. Oh my god, See, it's like a horse with a carrot hanging in front of him. But there are people who will jump over the fence and go out of the racetrack that they were circling around. The people who can see the past and the killer you saw corresponds to these people. A creature that got away from the group has to die. No living thing can multiply by itself, right? Not being able to multiply means it doesn't exist anymore. But there's no meaning in multiplying in the first place. It might be the case that living things are more beautiful when they get away from a group and die a lonesome death. Akira-chan gives an absent-minded response. She's gonna be like, I don't get it. Oh, I've gotten off the main topic. Well, speaking of the killer, you didn't read the newspaper this morning, did you? Oh, no, I'm sorry. Said they found a dead man last night. He was found dismembered. He's from that company that wears yellow uniforms like you said. Shaking the table, Akira-chan stands up. Her face gets red as she starts to shake. It seems like she wants to say something but can't find the words. Sit down. We can't say it's for sure since there wasn't a photo. Bad way to put it, but we should wait and see since the cops aren't stupid. Okay. The only crime where they don't find the criminal are the ones where no one knows a crime had been committed. That's the only definition of a perfect crime. That's right. As long as it has been reported as a crime, the killer will be caught. Oh my god. That's like the most Japan and nowhere else in the world thing I've ever read. I can't say anything about when that will occur, though. Sit down. You're not responsible for this. The one at fault is the one who did this, so there's no reason to blame yourself. You shouldn't be mistaken about that. Look, if it's a crime to not be able to stop it when you knew about it, everyone who's watching the news about the murder would be guilty. Okay. I get what he's saying, but also, if you could stop a crime and you don't, I feel like you're kind of complicit in it. Right? Isn't that a thing? Isn't that like legally a thing where it's like, if you know someone's gonna commit a crime and you don't, like, stop them? I feel like that's a crime. Just stands there silently. After a while, she reluctantly sits back down. Oh, I would have been able to come back to this place if you kept on standing. That's true, but you sure say scary things. Huh? What do you mean by scary things? It's nothing, but I certainly think you're right. Akira-chan continues to murmur while looking down. Shiki-san, why did the person I saw commit murder? Well, that's troubling. I couldn't tell you that. Well, I have to answer. I think it's like a sexual urge. Shiki, not everyone's like you, bud. Sexual urge? Face turns bright red. She's depressed, but it hasn't changed the fact that she gets embarrassed easily. But it might have been the case that he had to commit murder to save someone. I think there are actions that you don't want to do but have to. I'm sure there are. Everyone has their reasons. When it comes down to life and death, it'll come down to sexual urges. What makes us human is our ability to build things. For everything other than that, we're only animals. For animals, life and death is nothing but their instincts. First of all, human reason won't function when we decide whether to kill or not. We're made that way. It's only natural, right? Because we wouldn't be able to kill if we used our reason and thought about it rationally. No matter what cause we might have for it, during that moment, our reason no longer controls our actions. I'm sorry. I think that was a little cynical. I've experienced something like this before, so I'm blunt about death. But, Akira-chan, there are many reasons for people to kill, but I think all of it results from a desire to change yourself. For example, let's say you have this person you really detest. If he's alive, I can only detest. I don't want that. It's unpleasant. So to change you into a person that does not detest, I will kill him, the reason for my detest. See, even in this case, the reason is just wanting to change. I also think that is absolute BS, but go off, King, go off. Is that so? That's only an excuse. If you want to change, you should find other ways to do so. I nod. Akira-chan's argument is natural. First of all, nobody will choose the last resort of murder unless they run out of ways to change themselves. But what you're saying is right. I wouldn't know, but the world around him must change after he has killed someone. For your words, the environment you live in that you've worked so hard to create is destroyed by that one action. I smile since I'm so happy. Girl really is smart. I think to myself I'd love her from the bottom of my heart if she was my sister. You know, buddy, coming from you, that could mean a very different thing, right? Let's just say that, like, knowing your circumstances, that could mean something very different. Ooh, boy. I part with Seiyo Akira just like yesterday. It seems she's scared, so I told her not to leave her hotel. Well, the third one is a woman with no special features, huh? I don't know if that's easy to find or hard to find. Scratch my head. It'd be hard to find the third woman with just that information, but Akira-chan won't be staying at that hotel forever. I should respond to her expectation as quickly as possible. Are you back with her at the hotel? No, third day. We're just moving on. Look, if it's a crime to not be able to stop it when you knew about it, everyone who's watching the news about the murder would be guilty. Those words made me think Shiki-san is a scary person. No, more strict than scary. I think lots of people will see the news of someone getting killed and sympathize. But they'll forget about the next day, and even if they do remember it, It makes no difference the fact that they're only watching it, if all they're doing is sympathizing. I think Shiki-san was saying you should act on it if you know about something, regardless of it being in the future or the past. So that means, it's like he's saying we are meaningless creatures that just exist, as we just watch the news and don't do anything about what we find out. Sorry, did he just give you an existential nightmare? When I wake up, it's already past noon. I couldn't fall asleep until dawn. My body wants more sleep. I have to read the newspaper. I rub my sleepy eyes and use room service to order breakfast and a newspaper. You can do that at past noon? What hotel are you at? I sip on the coffee of the hotel. Shiki-san thinks I prefer tea, but I actually prefer coffee. And look through the newspaper. As expected, I find an article in the third person. It just says that some woman without any special features has been killed in her own home. That's a really mean thing for the newspaper to say. I can't imagine them saying that. I don't have any proof, but I understand she must be the third person. Oh, the phone's ringing. I pick up the phone absentmindedly. The hotel employee tells me I have a call from Tonoshiki, so I have him connect me. Oh, I'm finally able to reach you. Good morning, Akira-chan. I know it's sudden, but can you come out? Shiki-san says this just like yesterday. It's almost 4 o'clock when I get to the cafe. God, he looks like Shinji. Shiki-san is waiting his usual spot, so I bow to him and sit across from him. I guess you saw the newspaper, judging from your appearance. Yes. Do you think that was it as well, Shiki-san? Yeah. I don't know. It looks like a separate case with that information. Shiki-san sounds displeased. He didn't seem that concerned yesterday, but as one would expect, he's not calm today. Are you angry, Shiki-san? Yeah. He nods and lets out a big sigh. Geez, what's up with that small article? There was only 2 lines, even though someone got killed. Can't tell who got killed, nor how she was killed. Do you think this case is unrelated? I don't think so, but you can't tell, right? Jeez, I bet they're controlling the information since it's just like the murder yesterday. We don't really know what really happened like this. Shiki-san, so what will you do now? I don't think there'll be any more victims, or I don't think there'll be any more victims now. That may be true, but you want to catch the killer, right? I nod. It's not a sense of justice or anything. I just think a killer shouldn't be on the loose. I see. But this is troubling. You know this man with the knife is a piece of information, but I don't know anything about him. I can't even picture it in my head when you tell me what you saw. I'm out of ideas now. I have something to say about that. Shiki-san, I can't tell him that he'll just be killed by this boy with the knife. First of all, that's only the most likely future, so its precedent can go down with trivial things. Huh? What about me? I'm thinking about walking through town to look for him. I'm selfishly thinking that it'll be reassuring if you can come with me. Shiki-san snaps his fingers. Right, we should do that. I think I'd be of some help to you that way. Oh, I'm glad you said so, but we probably won't find him. It's unlikely that we'll find him just by searching through town. We can't say it won't happen. No matter how small the chance we may be, it's not 0. It won't end until you give up. Saying this happily, Shiki-san gets up. Well, we should get a move on. Let's go search the town while there are lots of people around. We walk through the main streets for 3 hours, but don't find anything useful. Shiki-san doesn't complain. He even brought me a hot drink when I get cold. Almost time for dinner. You have anything you want to eat? Huh? Something I want to eat? To be honest, his suggestion is very timely, as I haven't eaten anything since I woke up at noon. We went to a restaurant yesterday, so a more light-hearted place might be good this time. Shiki-san stops and starts to ponder. I'll stay quiet. Times like these, Shiki-san usually makes a better decision than I can. Uh-oh. Then, I notice 2 people walking together across the street. A person that looks like a teacher at my school, and the boy are walking together. Oh? Can't really tell since they're so far away. Can't make them out exactly, but there's no doubt about it. What's wrong, Akira-chan? Shiki-san, that person. I point at the boy. After looking at where I'm pointing, he freezes. He has glasses on, but he... What about him? He's the one that was stabbing you. Huh? Shiki-san looks at me with surprise. Oh no! I swore I wouldn't tell him about that, but I was so spaced out. Akira-chan, what do you mean he's gonna stab me? I saw it. You 2 were facing each other with knives. That's why I called you to warn you not to walk around at night. Call me? Shiki-san nods as if he gets it now. I see. I guess that's a possibility as well. Jeez, I thought we could be friends since that was the last thing you saw. I see. That future you saw sure is ambiguous. With that, Shiki-san grabs hard at my shoulder. I know who the killer is now. He's my sensei. What? Let's get away from here for now. We're going to the school where I attend, okay? Shiki-san catches a cab. I follow Shiki-san into the cab. I told Shiki-san that being at school at night is dangerous. He must have something planned to go there in spite of that. What do you mean, your sensei? Who could that be? Huh? I feel dizzy after getting out of the taxi. What annoys me is that the name of the school sends a chill through me. We're here. Shiki-san walks to the school and opens the lock on the gate, a padlock. This way. He takes my hand and goes onto the school grounds. No way. I know this place. Shiki-san... My voice is trembling. Shiki-san hasn't faced me since he started pulling me by my hand. What? He replies bluntly. The realization of my stupidity slams into the back of my head. Shiki-san, can I ask you something? What? This is a high school, right? But didn't you just say you attend here? I did. Is that strange? It is strange because, you're much older than me, right? Yeah? I'll turn 22 this year. What? Oh, I see. You're a teacher here, Shiki-san? No, I think that's possible. What the what? No, that's not possible. So, Akira-chan, I'm neither a student nor a teacher here. But it's true that Tonoshiki attends this school. Who are you? Who knows? Well, it's certain that I'm not Tonoshiki himself. What is going on? Wait! Are you a racist? With that, he turns around. He looks inorganic like he has a mask on. Jeez, I take it back, I really take it back. Damn it, why did I think he was like a cute dog or a wolf? No matter how I look at him, he's just like a mantis. Oh. Try to get away while he's still holding my hand. But he won't let go and he has a knife in his other hand. Not just a normal knife, but a dreadful knife made by that Smith & Something company. Wait. Smith & Weston? Like the gun company? They make knives? Is that a thing? Smith and... I'm Googling it. Weston knife. Do they make Smith & Weston knife? Oh my god, yeah, those things look wild. Tactical knives. Oh god, yeah, those are the knives that you see at, like, stores that sell anime figures and katanas. Why? My voice is shaking. I can't move. I know I should just scream and kick him, but my body's just cowering. Because I probably would be dead if that knife moves for me. I think I understand what those people in movies with a gun pointed to their head feel like. Why? Or why? Yeah, I really wonder why. I wanted to part with you today, but it seems I'll be stabbed by Shiki-kun if I don't do anything. You're the only connection between Shiki-kun and I, so I have to kill you, right? Okay, this is going in a different direction for sure. His grip on me tightens. He's not in any hurry as he inches me closer to him. Ugh, I struggle, but it has no effect. Jeez, that's why I told you to keep this a secret from Tono Akiha. I guess there's nothing that can be trusted less than a girl's promise. Oh, he's pulling me in. It's really scary. Don't look like that. First of all, it's half your fault for ending up like this. I told you, right? If someone who just committed murder hears someone calling them a murderer, they won't leave you be. But that murder hasn't been committed yet. At the time, not the second nor the third one. I killed the first girl about an hour before I met you. I got curious, so I heard you out, and it turned out I was to kill 2 more. So I searched for people that match your description and killed them. Oh, jeez! It's not that your prediction was correct. I made your prediction come true. But I guess that's one kind of precognition. Bam! He pulls me hard and I land on his chest. Don't move too much. You feel the knife on your neck, right? It'll be terrible if you move. It'll be hard to hide blood that spills out from a carotid artery. I gulp. I feel a sharp pain, so I bet my skin is a bit scratched already. What else should I tell you? Oh yeah, I just want to make it clear that I haven't been tricking you. I believe that you can see the future, and it's also true that I have special eyes. Unlike you, I see people's pasts. Well, the term see is not correct. I empathize with them, so it might be close to that of mental induction. Well, that's why I knew about Tonoshiki. Oh, you're just an entirely unrelated character then. Oh, it seems he twisted my arm and has me pinned against the wall. It was exactly a month ago. It all started when I accidentally saw Shiki-kun on the same street I saw you on and saw his past. The past he experienced was so great it caused me to lock myself up in a room for a while. I also knew about the incident that had happened in the hotel you're staying at. He was the lone survivor there. How should I put this? I guess it was destiny we met. I found out how to do it, and it was simple to change it. That's why it's so great now. The meaningless world now looks so meaningful. His knife moves down from my neck to my chest. Oh my goodness, and that's why she kind of freaked out about Shiki's voice on the phone, because it was technically the first time she heard it. Well, goodbye. Your future wouldn't have been like this if you consulted the real Tonoshiki. The knife moves. I have to run away, but I can't take my eyes off the knife. The knife is pushed down into my chest. Well, I bet it would have ended like this anyway, even with the real Tonoshiki. He's an abnormal person, just like me. The knife thrusts. After a dry sound, hey now, how about you stop saying all these weird things, all right? I hear a voice. He's holding his own hand and looking around. The knife's not in his hand, and it seems he's looking for it. And I see a boy with glasses standing right there. The boy has a knife in his hand, and no matter how I look at him, he's the boy with the knife that I saw. What? I crumple onto the ground with the wall still behind me. Now that's the guy that we know and love. I was gonna say, that dude didn't look like Shiki, and my man's got the double blue drip. I heard the whole story. Are you the person that imitated me? He's also got the same neck as his sister. He doesn't answer. The boy with the knife. No, the real Shiki-san watches him in silence. Jeez, it was such a bother. Thanks to you. Senpai's been keeping a watch over me these past few days. How will you take responsibility for me getting treated badly since she thought I was the killer? Shiki-san complains. His voice is just like the mind-blowing one I heard when I called Tono-senpai's house. Yeah! So, what are you planning to do? Are you going to give yourself up to the cops or keep going? If you want to continue, I don't think the person hiding in the dark will forgive you. The branches make a sound. Come to think of it, I don't think it was Shiki-san that smacked his knife away. Are you kidding me? He picks up his knife from the ground. He's not looking at me anymore. Seems he only sees Shiki-san now. You're saying that when you've dismantled more human beings than me? I don't recollect killing any human beings. If it seemed that way to you, that's your problem. With that, Shiki-san takes a step towards him. Hold on. Aren't we of the same kind? It was meaningless for us to live. You realize that we're only running this predetermined race, right? That's why I escaped from the race. You showed me how to do it. Death is required to be reborn. But if it's meaningless to die, so murder is the way to overturn your values while you still live, right? You're the one who made me realize that's the easiest way. I see. You grew bored of living? Of course. What's fun about continuing to just multiply and build things? There isn't a clear goal nor an end, but they grow meaninglessly. See, don't you think it's weird? Humans have been turning that meaningless wheel for hundreds of years. There's no meaning in life. I can't be with the idiots that consume everything without noticing that. We should exterminate such greedy animals. What is that? What good can come of that? Shiki-san murmurs angrily. Hey, I don't want to tell you something so obvious. But if you hated this world so much, why don't you just kill yourself? You said murder is the easiest method, but isn't suicide a much easier way to quit this predetermined race? What? He literally came out and just said kill yourself, dude. But you can't, right? That's why all you could do is take it out on others. Life's not fun. Life's meaningless. How pitiful. You're the one living meaninglessly. You lived for tens of years, but you couldn't find anything worthwhile. Another step. With his knife in hand, Shiki-san comes towards us. You blamed it on others, and on top of that, you killed to change your values? What a terrible insult. There's nothing for the people killed by you. But I'm not pitiful. The world has changed. That's why I feel so alive right now. See? My body is straining and full of life right now. That just means you're a coward. You're scared now that you've killed people, right? You're just worried that you can't return to the fun place you believed wasn't fun. Jeez, why do I have to tell you something so obvious? Your world hasn't changed at all. It just ended. Shiki-san touches his glasses. Without a sound, he takes them off. Hard to breathe. Within the dark night, Shiki-san's eyes are glowing blue. It's so scary, it makes me think that even if I was killed, it couldn't be helped. Hold on. He's looking at Shiki-san like he's looking at a lover. All right, I understand. I have to live to atone for my sins, so... Seems he wants to say not to kill him. Yeah, I can't kill you if your goal is to atone for your sins. Shiki-san stops. The man smiles and grips his knife harder. Then, but for you, I'm a killer, right? Then, a killer doesn't have human morals like letting a criminal atone for his sins. What? Ah! After a light footstep pushing off the ground, Shiki-san's knife flows through the air past his attacker. A light swinging sound. After that, the man falls to the ground. Shiki-san lets out a sigh of relief and puts his glasses back on. No, the killer lies motionless on the ground. He's not dead. I can tell that he's only unconscious. Actually, I knew that Shiki-san didn't have any intention to kill him from the start. Kira-chan? He sounds hesitant. His voice makes my heart jump, so I almost fall. You're Seo Akira-chan, right? I heard from Akiha. Shiki-san reaches out his hand to me. Oh, yes, excuse me. I take Shiki-san's hand and stand back up. Still shocked from what just happened, my legs are a little weak. I can't stand up straight, so I grab onto Shiki-san's arm. Man, this is so embarrassing. I can't speak clearly right now, so I shake my head. I want to say I'm alright. I don't want to see the man on the ground. I'm confused since I've never hugged a man before. Anyway, everything in my head is pure chaos. Yeah. Shall we go somewhere else? He must have guessed what I wanted to say as he starts to walk with my hand in his. Can we leave him like that? Yeah, Senpai should take care of him. With that, Shiki-san walks... Which Senpai is that? With that, Shiki-san walks towards the gate. And like that, it all ended so simply. Actually, I bet most of the things that are going to happen to me will be simple like this one. Shiki-san didn't try to ask me anything, but I have something I don't understand and want to ask him. Shiki-san? Were you looking for me? Shiki-san nods. I don't get it even more now. Why? I only called you once. And it was a one-sided call that sounded like a prank, so why? That call did sound like a prank. But your voice was so serious. I couldn't just ignore you, so I wanted to hear you out. Well, I didn't expect that would lead me to the killer I was searching for since yesterday. He sounds embarrassed. Well, I'll walk you home. You're staying at the hotel in the neighboring town, right? Oh. I want to try to answer with a yes. My stomach growls cutely, or so I want to believe. It's stupid, stupid, stupid me. What am I doing feeling relieved and forgetting that I'm hungry? Shiki-san looks troubled and... Alright, let's go eat something. I'll treat you to something as a bribe not to talk about this. He says something that makes me happy. Oh, hold on. Before that, Shiki-san takes out his wallet and opens it. I'm astonished when I look in out of curiosity. It's amazing how old his wallet is, but I think it's more amazing there's only one 500 yen coin in there. You like stall soba? He murmurs weakly. You know, this dude comes from a rich family. A man can walk around with a few 20s in his pocket, you know? Like $5? That's like one game. That's one game of Fate Grand Order. You can't even roll on that. I thought so. I knew girls don't like stall soba. I frantically think of what I should say. I can't say I have more money, so I'll treat you. But I can't find anything good to say, so for some reason... I love soba! I actually said that? Oh. I feel my face turning red. Shiki-san looks dumbfounded. Oh, well, then follow me. He sounds happy as we start to walk. I suppress my feelings of joy as I follow him. Well, New Year's Eve is soon. What a nice night sky. Might be good to eat some soba on a night like this. Huh? Then I'm assailed by the familiar dizziness as I continue to stare at Shiki-san's back. Within my twirling vision, I see a happy illusion that I'm with Tono-senpai, Shiki-san, and some people I don't know. Akira-chan? Oh, I'm coming. I answer as I start to run up to him. See, a lot has happened, but an encounter like this is possible, right? After catching up to Shiki-san, I clap in prayer to Shiki-san's back. I pray my final wish of the year. Well, Shiki-san, looks like I'll be causing you lots of trouble, but please give me your best regards. That was cute. That was also entirely taken from Garden of Sinners. Now, there was twists, there was changes. It wasn't 100% the same, and I'm pretty happy for that. But at the same time, wow, they just reused that story, huh? I mean, it's a good one. The whole concept of, like, going to a cafe and kind of working out who the killer is through there with someone with feature sight, like, that's a good writing prompt. But, yeah. Okay. Well, next time, we'll be moving on to Getcha and Getcha 2, because from what I've heard, I think that the first one is the longest, and the rest are shorter. So next time might be the finale, or it might be the just the part 2 or 3, or I don't know. We'll see how long it is. But thank you all for watching, guys. We'll see you next time for some more Let's Play Tsukihime Plus+Disk. Ciao.
Yo, no, watch this stuff, is this love? You may feel like